is Foresights TV Network. Let's start today's bulletin with me, Esma. Let's have a look at the headlines today. Pak shelling kills 13 including soldier. Rohit Sharma announced retirement from Test cricket. 12 civilians killed in Poonch shelling. Amritsar resumes blackout. Residents urge stay inside. Lahore blast near Walton airport sparks panic. Saudi minister visits Delhi amid India-Pakistan tensions. Cardinal BQ skips papal conclave amid scandal. Now the news in detail. In a major retaliatory operation, the Indian Armed Forces carried out 24 precision missile strikes early Wednesday targeting 9 terror hubs in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK. The strikes focused on areas like Mudirke and Bhavalpur, known as base stations of terror groups Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed respectively. These pre-drawn strikes reportedly killed over more than 70 terrorists and injured over 60, significantly crippling the operational strength of the targeted groups. Notably, JEM chief Maulana Masood Azhar claimed that 10 of his family members and 4 aides were killed. The operation was conducted around 1 a.m. as a direct response to the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgaon, Anantnag, which has claimed 26 lives, 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen. The Ministry of Defence confirmed that the strikes targeted terror infrastructure responsible for cross-border attacks. The military action showcased India's commitment to hitting terror origins decisively and surgically. The precision strikes came just hours before a massive nationwide civil defence drill across 244 districts designed to prepare India for hostile threats. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has earlier vowed to hunt down the perpetrators of the Pahalgaon attack and bring them to justice beyond their imagination. The timing and scale of the operation sent a powerful message to terror sponsors and their safe havens across the border. It also reinforced India's evolving doctrine of proactive and preemptive counter-terrorism responses. The strikes are being seen as a significant strategic move, not just militarily but also diplomatically, with implications for regional security dynamics. Indian intelligence reportedly tackled the terror leaders and their camps with precision, enabling targeted strikes that avoided civilian casualties. This marks one of India's boldest responses in recent years and reflects a policy shift towards zero tolerance for cross-border terrorism. National security agencies remain on high alert following the escalation, anticipating potential retaliatory actions. Rohit Sharma has announced his retirement from Test cricket ahead of India's tour of England, ending a 67-test career in which he scored 4,301 runs and an average of 40.57, including 12 centuries. Despite recent poor form, he retires as India's 10th most successful Test captain with 12 wins in 24 matches and a 60% win rate, the highest for an Indian captain with fewer than 40 tests. Rohit's Test career experiences a major revival after his promotion to opener in 2019, highlighted by a memorable double century against South Africa in Ranchi. His retirement ends the prospect of a 1,000-run Test partnership milestone with Virat Kohli, with the pair falling just 1 run short. Declining performances, particularly a disappointing series in Australia where he averaged 10.93, led to his exclusion from the final test and likely influenced his decision. Having already retired from T20s in 2024, Rohit will now focus entirely on ODIs, eyeing a spot in the 2027 World Cup at age 40. Under his calm leadership, India secured key Test series wins against Australia 2023 and England 2024. His departure leaves a leadership void ahead of the England tour, with Shubman Gill and KL Rahul seeing as a possible successor. Rohit's Test career is seen in two distinct phases: early struggles in the middle order and latter success as an opener. His exit also forces India to rethink their opening combination. Reports suggest BCCI concerns over his form contribution to his decision. Rohit leaves behind a significant legacy in Indian red ball cricket. On Wednesday morning, intense Pakistani artillery shelling along the line of control in Poonch district killed at least 12 civilians and injured 42 others, following India's precision strikes on terror targets in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The casualties, including 4 children aged between 7 and 14 with 2 siblings, among them 4 members of the Sikh community, including a woman and a Muslim cleric, who were also killed in the shelling. The indiscriminate attacks led to panic among border residents, forcing them to seek shelter in underground bunkers or flee to safer locations, including Jammu. The shelling affected several areas, including Balakot, Mendhar, Mankot, Sagra, Krishna Ghati, Gulpur, Karni, and the Poonch district headquarters, damaging numerous homes. Significant buildings like the Gurudwara Sri Guru Singh Sahaba and Christ School in Poonch were hit. Residents are evacuating in relatives' homes in Jammu, with long queues forming at fuel stations. Local officials were unavailable for comment. The deceased came from various villages across the district, underscoring the widespread impact of the shelling. In the early hours of Thursday, the Amritsar District Administration in Punjab initiated a blackout as a precautionary measure, advising residents to stay inside and avoid panicking. This decision followed a nationwide mock drill aimed at testing security preparedness across India. The blackout was part of the largest civil defense drill coordinated by the Ministry of Home Affairs (MHA), which stimulated scenarios like air raids, fire emergencies, and search and rescue operations. The drills were conducted in response to recent security concerns, including the Indian military's Operation Sindoor, targeting terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir after the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgaon. The mock exercise evaluated civil defense service readiness, the effectiveness of evacuation plans, and the implementation of blackout measures around 300 civil defense districts, including those with sensitive installations such as nuclear plants and military bases, participated in the drills. In Punjab, cities like Firozpur, Ludhiana, Bhatinda, and other were involved in simulations focused on emergency responses, including fire and rescue operations. The district administration reassured citizens, emphasizing that the blackout was a precautionary step and urging them to remain calm. On Thursday morning, an explosion was reported near Walton Airport in Lahore, Pakistan, with blast HUDs in the Gopal Nagar and Nasirabad neighborhoods. Smoke was seen rising from the area, but the cause of the explosion remains unclear. The incident comes just a day after India's Operation Sindoor, which targeted 9 terrorist bases across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK. The operation was a response to the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgaon, Jammu and Kashmir, which killed 26 civilians, including 25 Indians and 1 Nepali. The Indian Defence Ministry clarified that the strikes were precise and non-escalatory, targeting only terrorist infrastructure linked to groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed, JEM, and Lashkar-e-Taiba or LET, sea with no military facilities hit. Pakistan reacted by suspending commercial flights at major airports in Lahore and Islamabad late Wednesday night. The Pakistan Airports Authority confirmed that airspaces was closed for all commercial flights as a precautionary measure following the Indian strikes. Saudi Arabia's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Adel Al-Jubeir, made an unannounced visit to New Delhi and met with Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar amidst heightened India-Pakistan tensions following India's military strikes. These strikes, named Operation Sindhu, targeted 9 terrorist sites in Pakistan and POK in retaliation for the April 22nd Pahalgaon terror attack that killed 26. Pakistan claimed 26 deaths and 46 injuries from the strikes. Jaishankar said the meeting focused on countering terrorism. The Saudi visit came shortly after Iran's Foreign Minister Sayed Abbas Araghchi arrived in New Delhi for a scheduled bilateral meeting. Araghchi had earlier offered to mediate between India and Pakistan, calling both brotherly neighbors. He had also made an unannounced trip to Pakistan before visiting India, signaling Iran's neutral approach. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Deputy PM and FM, Ishaq Dar, confirmed contact between India and Pakistani National Security Advisors (NSAs). Pakistan recently appointed ISI Chief Lieutenant General Mohammad Asim Malik as NSA, a move seen as increasing military influence in diplomatic efforts. There have been previous back-channel talks between India and Pakistani security officials in third countries. Cardinal Angelo Becciu, once a leading papal contender, has withdrawn from the May 7th conclave to elect a new pope, following the death of Pope Francis on April 21st. Though under 80 and eligible, Becciu stepped back after being shown 2 letters from Francis discouraging his participation due to ongoing corruption allegations. Becciu stated he was acting for the unity of the church but maintained his innocence. Previously a top Vatican diplomat and close aide to Francis, Becciu was forced to resign in 2020 over accusations of financial mismanagement. He is currently appealing a 2023 conviction involving embezzlement, fraud and abuse of office. Becciu and others were accused of misusing tens of millions of euros, particularly in a failed €350 million luxury property deal in London. He was also linked to suspicious fund transfers to his brother's charity and to a Sardinian woman allegedly connected to improper intelligence payments. He claimed the funds were for humanitarian missions, including securing the release of a kidnapped nun. His legal team argues the Vatican trial was manipulated, with Pope Francis allegedly issuing secret decrees that compromised judicial fairness. Recent leaks, including WhatsApp chats and audio, suggest possible collusion by Vatican police to frame Becciu. He insisted the case was built on falsehoods, calling it a campaign that ruined his life and reputation. That's all for today. Stay connected to 4 Sides TV Network. Thank you.